Hello, I'm here with our friend, Canadian producer of children's films, Rob Demers. Mr. Demers, do you remember when were you here for the first time here in Zlín?
If my memory is good, I was here for the first time in 1963. So I am one of your oldest fan of the Zlín Film Festival.
So you remember the names like Karel Zeman and Hermína Týdlová, right?
Oh yes, Karel Zeman, Hermína Týdlová, and what's another director who made many films, live-action film for children.
Pinkava?
Pinkava, exactly, Mr. Pinkava, yeah. They were my three favorite directors from Zlín. Mm.
And how did you come to Zlín? What was the first, I don't know how to say it, why did you come to Zlín at all?
The first time, in the 60s, I was head of the Montreal Film Festival. So I would come here in Czech Republic to select films for our film festival because it was a regular festival for adults, but within the festival we had the children's section, and that's why I was coming here every year to pick up films for the festival. And in 1963 I have organized in Montreal, Canada, Czech Film Week, and for the first time we invited Czech director in Montreal. There was Karel Zeman, of course, Bretislav Pojar, Mr. Pinkava, and many other directors, Wojtek Jasny, and all those nice people and good directors.
So you travel all around the world at the festival. So how is different our festival, Zlín Film Festival, from other?
It has a real different personality than, I would say, the other big festival like Gifoni or Hyderabad in India or Berlin or Cinekid. What is particular in Zlín, especially this year, is the setup, the organization of the festival, and we have the feeling of a long tradition. And I know there was a different period in the Zlín Film Festival, but the fact that you have two sections, one for children and one for youth, and then other film for general audience, like first feature film, or every year you have retrospective of some directors or programming devoted to cinema of one country within the Children Film Festival. That's very particular to Zlín.
So we are at the Children's Film Festival. So I will ask you some questions related to this period of life. Do you remember the first film you've ever seen?
In my whole life?
Yes.
Yes, the first film I saw, I was probably 8-9 years old, and it was in about 1941, and the title of the film was V for Victory. It was, I didn't realize at the time, but later on I realized it was a propaganda film to encourage Canadians to enroll into the army and come to fight in the war. That was really the first one. And the second one, for the first one, I was in a small village far away in the country where I was born on a farm. And the second one was when I came to live in a big city in Montreal. And it was a musical, an American musical titled Annie Get Your Gun with Betty Hutton. So since that time, I like very much musicals.
So, and what do you think about children's films these days? Are they different from those that were made in the past?
Well, they are different. I would say that the main difference, which is not really different but is in a certain way, is the fact that I would say children of 10 years today behave about the same way that kids which were 12, 13, let's say 15, 20 years ago. There is a maturity which comes earlier, and they are also exposed to much more image. They are more exposed to animated films or to science fiction film than they were in the past. But that is at the same time quite superficial, because a kid is a kid, and if you I have lots of experience of film made 20, 30 years ago that are seen by kids today, and they enjoy, they cry, they laugh, same place than they were many years ago.
So the perception of the films are the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
If a film is true to life, is true to a human being that has 10, 12 years of experience of life, if it's true to that, the reaction, the emotion today is the same than it was many, many years ago.
Okay, so just one more question. I noticed that many present Canadian movies for children are kind of retro. Why do you think it is so?
Well, it's because they don't want to present it as really films for children. Because when comes the time to release the film in the cinema, it is more difficult in Canada if you say here is a good children's film. But if you say it is a film from the 60s or from the 80s, then the adults will have a tendency to perceive those films not really for children but for a more general audience. Maybe it's the reason. Personally, all the films that I have made and that I will make, the action takes place today. It is not nostalgia or in the past.
So, and what are you working on these days?
Well, my main project is the production. It will be of the biggest film I will have produced. The title is Gilgamesh, and I'm working on it with Ludmila Zeman, the daughter of Karel Zeman. She is the one who wrote the script with her daughter, Linda, and the script now is finished. And I'm working, it's the nightmarish period of finding money to produce the film, because it's a big budget film, this one. But if I succeed that, then I can withdraw with pleasure.
Okay, so we wish you good luck with getting money, and hopefully we will see your film here at the Zlín Film Festival.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for being with us, and see you later.